Pope Francis is implementing reforms at the Vatican initiated by Pope Benedict XVI in 2011. The key focus of those reforms includes financial transparency in the Vatican. The Church is trying to shed its image as a tax haven. A European financial watchdog recently released a report saying the Vatican is making progress, but there's still work to do. Edward Pentin, Rome correspondent for EWTN's National Catholic Register, joins us. Ed, what does the MONEYVAL report say?
Well, the MONEYVAL report says, Lauren, that they've been praising the Vatican for taking steps to counter money laundering within the Vatican. They say that there's been progress in that regard. They've praised the Vatican for setting up two departments to deal with this and flagging suspicious transactions, but they criticized the Vatican for not actually bringing people to justice who've been guilty of this. They say there have been 69 cases since 2013, but none of 69? Those cases have resulted in an indictment in those people. Yes.
Tell me what the word MONEYVAL means, and then let's take a step back and tell me why it's involved in the Vatican's financial affairs.
Right. Well, MONEYVAL is a committee of experts from the Council of Europe, which aim to counter terrorism, financing of terrorism, and to counter money laundering. And they were brought in by Pope Benedict in 2011 to really clean up the Vatican's finances, to make sure that this money laundering doesn't go on, and so that the Vatican can join what's called the white list, which is the list of nations which are free of this kind of money laundering and financing of terrorism. And so since then, this has been something that they've been analysing sort of every couple of years. They come out with a report to see how the Vatican is progressing.
Well, how likely is it that MONEYVAL's concerns and those regarding Vatican finances more generally will be resolved?
Well, it's hard to say, because there are reports that were sort of mentioned in a book that's just come out, which I understand from good sources has been validated, to say that there are obstructions being put in the Vatican by certain Vatican officials, the so-called old guard, who don't want these things to be discovered. Whether that's part of this sort of resistance to indicting certain people is open to question. But certainly what has been seen is that those who appear to wish to blow the whistle on any corruption in the Vatican do end up being indicted, but those who are considered to be suspicious of dealing with some sort of money laundering or corruption have not had any kind of prosecution taken against them or any indictments made against them.
Edward Pentin, Rome correspondent for EWTN's National Catholic Register. Thanks for joining us, Ed.
Thanks, Lauren.